Dear students, now I am going to start our history second lesson on trial of the earliest people. So first of all, we are studying about who are hunter-gatherers. Okay, from this word we will understand that hunter-gatherers means they are hunting animals, sport, fish, birds, and they are collecting fruits, vegetables, seeds, meat, etc. They are known as hunter-gatherers. Their main occupation is hunting animals, sport, fish, and birds, etc. And more. They are known as hunter-gatherers. Okay, so next we are going to study why the hunter-gatherers moving from place to place. Okay, so why they are moving from place to place? So the first reason is fear of using of plants and animal resources. What is the meaning of this fear of using of plants and animal resources? If they stayed in one place, what will happen for a long time? Okay, they would have been eaten up. They would have been eaten up all the available resources, all the plants and animals. Okay, that is why they are moving from place to place. Okay, so next point is following animal movements. So already you studied there are hunter-gatherers hunting animals. Okay, so following animal movement means animals also moving from place to place for their prey. Sometimes the cattle and all moving from place to place for grasses and all. Okay, so those who wanted to hunting these animals, they want to following these animals movements. Okay, those who want to hunting these animals, they are following these animals movements. Okay, so third point is trees and plants bear fruits in different seasons. Okay, so different fruits and plants, they are giving fruits and everything in different seasons. That is why trees and plants bear fruits in different seasons. That is why the peoples are moving from, the hunter-gatherers are moving from place to place. Okay, so fourth point is people, animals and plants needed water to survive. Okay, so for water. First point is therefore water. Okay, so people, animals, trees, everything needed water for survive. Sometimes every year, every day will not get water. In the dry season or the summer season, sometimes some rivers have no water. So that is why they want to get water in another area. That is why they are moving from place to place for water and cold. Okay, these are the four reasons why the hunter-gatherers moving from place to place. Okay, next we are going to study about the how do we know about these people. Okay, so next we are going to study how do we know about this people. Okay, so first of all we are studying who is archaeologist. One who study about the past, they are known as archaeologists. Okay, so who is archaeologist? One who study about the past is they are known as archaeologists. Okay, the study of the past is known as archaeology, and those who study about the past is they are known as archaeologists. Okay, so the archaeologists study about the earliest people, and what they are studying from their information we will get idea about the earliest people. Okay, so the archaeologists found the earliest people used stone tools, bones and wood. Okay, so what for what purpose they used this stone tools? Stone, bone. Okay, the archaeologists found the earliest people used stone tools, bone they used and wood also they used. Okay, so first for what purpose they used stone tools? So first point is to cut meat. To cut meat they used stone tools and okay, so what is the first point? To cut meat they used this stone tools and dig the ground to collect edible roots. Okay, so these tools they used for dig the ground to collect edible roots. And next, what is the point? They stitch cloths. For these three purposes, they used the stone tools to cut meat, dig the ground, to collect edible roots, and next they use stitch cloths. Okay, for stitching cloths from animal skins, they used the stone tools. Okay, so next for what purpose they used the bond we can check. Okay, so scrape bark, okay, scrape bark from trees and hides and chop fruits and roots. Chop fruits and roots. They used this bond and handles of spears and arrows. Handles of spears and arrows. They used this bond. And for what purpose they used wood? Wood they used making hut and tools. Making hut and tools they used wood. Okay, so archaeologists got evidence of these stone tools, bond and wood. So from this they understood they used the stone tools, bond and wood. They archaeological people used. Okay, I think everybody clear for what purpose they used and scrape bark. That means scrape bark trees and hide skin of animals. And they used the bond for the spears, handles of spears and arrows. They used this bond, and wood they used for hut and they used for hut and making tools. Okay, so next we are going to study about in your textbook page number 14. You can see one map of India and the archaeological sites. You can see from where archaeologists found the earliest remains of earliest people and all archaeologist sites. You can see in your textbook page number 14. So different areas they marked in the textbook. Okay, so you will understand from that. Okay, so next we are going to study about factory site. Okay, so you will study factory site and habitation from factory site. Okay, factory site and habitation of factory site. Okay, before this topic we understood the stone tools are very famous, very important in earlier period. Okay, so what they done, the earliest people, the hunter-gatherers, what they done? Okay, they found, they searched, they tried to find out the good quality stone areas. Okay, for making stone tools. Okay, these areas are known as factory site. Okay, so stone tools are very important. People tried to find places where good quality stone was easily available. Okay, so places where stone was found and made tools are known as factory site. Okay, places where stone was found and made tools are known as factory site. Okay, so next habitation of factory site means that sometimes the peoples are living here more period. Okay, they are known as, this area is known as habitation from factory site. Okay, sometimes the peoples are spending more period in same area, so that is known as habitation from factory site. From this we will understand stone tools are very important in among the earliest period or earliest people. Okay, so next we are going to study about what are the uses of fire also. What are the uses of fire? Okay, for what purpose they use this fire? Okay, so already we know what are the uses of fire. Okay, so you can say to cook food. Then next what you can say, what's the point is first point is to cook food and escape from the animals. To escape from the wild animals. To escape from the wild animals. The third point is, okay, for light. That's what we can say as a sources of light. Okay, for all this purpose they use the fire. First point to cook food or meat. To cook meat or food they use the fire, and to escape from the wild animals they use this fire, and as a source of light. That period now we are using electricity and coal, but in the ancient period they have no electricity electricity and all. Okay, they use this fire and all for the light. Okay, as a source of light. These are the for all these three purposes they used the fire. Okay, so next we are going to study about a changing environment. Next we are going to study about a changing environment. Okay, so around 12,000 years ago, there were major changes happened in the climatic conditions. Okay, so it shifted to relatively warm condition. Okay, so around 12,000 years ago, already the climatic condition is changed. It shifted to warm. Okay. Okay, around 12,000 years ago, changes happened in the world. That is a shift to warm condition. Okay, so the warm condition is good for growing grasses and wood. Okay, so that's why growing grasses. Okay, so if the grasses is there, what will happen? Okay, cattle and all will come and eating grasses and all. Okay, so it led to increase the number of animals. Okay, so already I said it. Around 12,000 years ago, the archaeologists found the environment is changing, climatic condition is changing. Okay, so relatively shifted to warm condition. Okay, that's why the growing grasses, they saw the growing grasses and all, and led to increase the number of animals also, and the deer, goat, and all, they saw this type of animals. And after that, what happened was they began rearing and herding animals. They began herding and rearing animals. They started rearing and herding animals, and they started farming. Okay, so they started farming also. Okay, so several grains bearing grass and all, it is growing in naturally. Okay, so the children, people, men and women, children saw this type of crops and all. So from this they think about how it will grow. Okay, how to produce these crops and all. They learned about this and all. And okay. Okay, it was the time several grains bearing grasses, and especially including wheat, barley, rice and all. Okay, so naturally different parts of the subcontinent, women, children, men, and probably collected these grains and learned where they grow and when they ripened. Okay, so after that they also started growing these types of crops. And now we are going to study about the rock paintings. Okay, already we know the earliest people lived in caves and they done painting on the walls. Okay, they are living in the caves and they are doing painting on the walls. For example, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and all. In India's different states, there different types of caves are there, and they done different types color paintings and all they done on these walls. Okay, so this painting shows wild animals. In this painting they are showing wild animals and from these paintings we will understand their accuracy and their skill. That means that such beautiful their paintings in the caves and wall or on the walls and wall. Okay, so next we are going to study about paintings in France. So different caves and all the France also is there, and for the paintings of these walls they used minerals and charcoal in the France. Okay, so next we are studying about different types of paint. Okay, so we are going to study different types of period. Earliest people divided into different period ages. So first one is the Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. We will study Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. Okay, so first of all we are studying about the Paleolithic age. Okay, Paleolithic age means paleo means old, lithos means stone. That means old stone age. Paleolithic age means old stone age. They used the rough weapons or rough tools in the Paleolithic period. Okay, so next we are going to study about the middle age, that is the Mesolithic age. Mesolithic age they used the tiny tools, that means some sharp tools they used. So it is known as microliths. Okay, microliths it is known as. Okay, third period is known as Neolithic age. Neos means new and lithos means stone. That means new stone age. That means new stone age. That means they used some compared to rough tools, they used some sharp tools they used. These are the three periods: Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic age. Okay, old stone age, microliths and new stone age. Okay, so I think everybody clear this lesson. Okay, so we studied about who are hunter-gatherers, why the hunter-gatherers move from place to place, and environmental changes, and for what purpose they used for we studied, and different archaeological sites we studied, and then after that we studied about the importance of paintings on the walls. Okay, and last we are studying about the Hunsgi. Hunsgi in Karnataka, one case is there, it is known as Hunsgi, and we are studying about Hunsgi. So Karnataka there also one type of case is there. Okay, I think everybody clear this lesson. Now I am concluding this lesson. Okay, thank you students.